What's going on, everybody? TJ here from TJ's Take to break down the single game and only game tonight between the Denver Nuggets and the San Antonio Spurs. Got game 6 tonight, and since it is the only NBA game on the slate, we have one of our $100,000 top prizes in the single game. We'll be seeing a lot more of these once there's less and less games, which is very exciting. We love this time of year all the way until the finals. You can play NBA DFS. And the single games, I think, are bigger money makers than the full rosters, or easier, I should say. I went ahead and on the site, I put up a chart to show you everybody's numbers from the previous 5 games, their average from their past 2 games, and then their total average. So there's something on there that you guys can take a look at. I've included players that'll be playing tonight. There's guys like Bertans on there, that punts like that I didn't put on there that you might want to play, but I think it's just going to be all about the build tonight, and we can leave salary without having to go min price too much. Let's go ahead and get started. So since tonight is a $100,000 top prize, that means that we will be seeing a lot of people in this one. Yep, 35,000 people in this one, so we got to be real different. Luckily, these Nuggets are a deep team. These Spurs have guys that can come out of nowhere and score some points, so there's plenty of guys out there to make your lineups different and to leave salary out there. So we won't have a problem doing that tonight. Lucky for us. Let's jump right into it. Jokic, he's scoring the most points of anybody. His salary isn't too far from Aldridge, only $1,500 away. He's not one of those crazy 18,000 top guys. So we can go ahead and plug Jokic in our top spot. Probably most likely tonight, but like I said, we'll be going all over the place. I guess before I start, everybody that I will be playing in the top spot tonight, Jokic, Aldridge, DeRozan, Murray, White, and Paul Millsap. If you're feeling real crazy, you could probably throw Will Barton in there as well, but I probably won't be going to. I'll be playing a lot of Jamal Murray tonight. I think he's the best value for his price tonight. Say tonight too much. Anyways, Jokic up top. Let's start with that, and then let's go with Murray in the second spot. And let's get different right away. I'm barely going to play any very basic use the entire salary lineups. I'm either going to mix it up in the first, second, third spot, or I'm going to leave salary. So we'll go with that. I like a Nuggets build tonight, but these games have been close. They've been all over the place. It's a good game to have for a single game, 100K to get different on. So in that third spot, I'm actually going to go with Malik Beasley here. I like that. If there's this is kind of a Nuggets blowout build, since we have those 2 guys up top. We're expecting them to take over the game in the top 2 spots. And then that means you have DeRozan, Gay, Aldridge, they're struggling. Don't reach their value. Beasley comes up, we've seen him put up 30-point games. He's getting the minutes, about 25, 26 minutes. And he has steals upside, rebounds upside, points upside, all that good stuff. So with that, we have $11,000 remaining salary per player. I like going up here to Millsap. And that leaves us $12,000 remaining per player. We have 4 Nuggets guys in there. A lot of guys, 12,000 remaining. There's nobody 12,000 on this slate. So we either go Derek White at 11, which I think people will do, or kind of different with having Malik Beasley in that third spot. But like I said, there's over 30,000 people in this. Somebody's bound to have that. So let's leave a bunch of salary here. And I like Rudy Gay, but I'm going to go Jacob Poeltl here. And that leaves us $1,500 remaining salary. That's Jokic, Murray, Malik Beasley, Paul Millsap, and Jacob Poeltl. I like that build. Definitely in a blowout game. Millsap concerns me a bit, but I'm going to be playing him tonight just because I think he's going to be low owned, and Millsap is a guy who can honestly get first or score the most points on the slate. So let's jump to that build real quick, and let's put Millsap up top. I really like it. I think it's really sneaky. Millsap can have big games, and as long as these guys, they get Pirtle out of there, or Pirtle gets in foul trouble, or even Aldridge, Millsap could have a pretty easy time down low. I'm surprised he hasn't had it a little easier so far in this matchup. I just don't think he's playing at the right times. But we'll go with Millsap up top. We'll kind of play this one a little closer. Let's go Murray and then DeRozan. And that leaves us 11,000 per position. See, this is nice because a lot of these builds, you get left with that a lot of salary. And you look at this, and you have 11,000 per player. Well, you can go get Derek White, and then you can pick anybody you want down there. Or you can just pick two random guys. So you think, I mean, Will Barton can definitely score more points than Derek White, Pirtle, Gary Harris, and Rudy Gay. And so can Monte Morris, and so can Rudy Gay. I mean, all of these guys are in play. Torrey Craig has had great games. Bryn Forbes, I kind of like him tonight, kind of don't. I think he'll be lower owned, though. Patty Mills, I might stay away from, but the second I say that, he'll go off for 20 actual points tonight. But let's go here, and then let's go ahead and take Derek White, just because we've seen him have a 60-point game in this series. And then we have 11,000 remaining, and I like coming down here to Will Barton. I think these could pretty easily, like, no matter where you put it, DeRozan up top, Millsap in the third spot, flip it around. These are five guys that can very easily be the top five scorers on the slate. We've seen Jokic score in the 30s. We've seen Aldridge score in the 30s. It could just be these guys coming out. Jokic could get in foul trouble. You know, anything could happen. Especially with these two teams who are Jokic is the obvious go-to guy here, but with these other teams, DeRozan can struggle. Aldridge can struggle. That's why I like Jamal Murray so much. So let's go ahead and plug him up in that top spot tonight in this next lineup. Oh, if it wants to let me. All right, so Murray's in that top spot. And let's get a little crazy here and go DeRozan in the second spot, Jokic in the third spot, and that leaves us a 7,750. Another guy I really like tonight is Min Price for the first time in a while. And of course, I don't know what it is about my laptop and the actual slate, but if I ever got on here or broke my phone or something and need to plug lineups in on my laptop, it'd be a real bummer because Plumlee isn't even on here, and he's Min Price. So Plumlee's 6,000. I'll just plug in Bertans in this one, but I'm talking about Plumlee. That leaves us 9,500. And so we're already different enough by putting Jokic in our third spot, followed by Murray and DeRozan. So that leaves us 9,500. I like going up and getting Barton, but then again, somebody could have that. I really like going for Beasley or Morris here. Let's go ahead and plug Beasley in there and leave the 1,500. I really like this just because then here again, Plumlee can score more points. He just hasn't, since the first few games, hasn't had much of an opportunity. But if he gets minutes, all he needs is 12 minutes, and he can probably get you into double digits. Maybe even close to 20. And if he can go and get you 20, he's going to have to be rostered in almost every lineup tonight with remaining salary. Just because all these other guys, all these other mid-tier guys, all get right around in the 20s. I mean, Gary Harris, Pirtle, even Derek White most of the time. Paul Millsap has shown to do that. That's why I like some of these random guys, and I really don't think it matters here where you put them. You just have to have the right five guys, I think, tonight. Right five guys in the right spots. That's why I'm moving. Jokic could definitely be the second or third highest scorer. He doesn't always have to be first. I'm going to make another interesting build here. It's going to be a little different. We'll do Jokic, DeRozan. Third spot, I like Morris. Let's be super different here. Something nobody else is going to have. Plug Plumlee in there. Yeah, Plumlee at min price. Put him in the third spot. Just because he does have that ability to score points. And we've seen him, I mean, his ceiling is super high. If he happens to get minutes tonight or there's a blowout, he's going to absolutely crush at min price. And I hope nobody has him. So that leaves us 11.5 remaining salary. This is where it gets kind of weird. Aldridge, if you expect him to have one of those not so good games, put him in a utility spot. How many people are going to put LaMarcus Aldridge in a utility spot tonight? But he could very easily be behind. We've seen him behind Harris, Rudy Gay, Morris. And like I said, Plumlee can score more than those guys. Any given night, he could score more than Aldridge. All it takes is a bad game from Aldridge. Or if there is that blowout possibility, Aldridge gets his fair share of points in, gets about 25, 30. Plumlee comes in for the rest of the time, can easily score over that 25, 30 mark. So I really like that build in a tournament with so many people. We have 8,000 remaining. We can go all the way up here and spend the 8,000 with Forbes or Beasley. It's pretty much our only choice unless we wanted to go Bellinelli, but I don't think I'm going to go there tonight. We'll plug, I like Beasley better, but I say that, and then Forbes will score more than him at lower ownership. So either or, Jokic, DeRozan, I almost said Quincy Pondexter because that's who I put in there, but don't play him tonight. Plumlee, Aldridge, and then Beasley. Not many people will have that. I can guarantee you that. You can even mix up DeRozan and Jokic up top, be even more different. Anyway, another lineup. I hope you guys are getting the hang of this. So I build my lineups based off of how the game will go and leaving salary and just all around being different. I mean, you just have to look at the players, forget about the salary, look at the players and think, can he score more than him? Like if I'm looking at, Pirtle and Jamal Murray, I'm more likely to play Jamal Murray. I mean, it just more minutes, stuff like that. But if I'm looking at Derek White and Pirtle could easily score more than Derek White. Derek White, sure, had some good games, or had one good game in this series, but I don't think he's topping Murray tonight in a playoff game. I need to make one with Pirtle in the third spot, too, just because I see him having upside in this matchup. Let's plug Jokic in a second spot, and let's go with more of a Spurs build. DeRozan, Jokic, Pirtle. Let's put Derek White in there. And then that leaves us with 7-5, and I like plugging Plumlee into the utility spot. Say that 20 times fast. And I really like that build. So we have DeRozan, Jokic, Pirtle, Derek White, and Plumlee down there. And let's see if there's any of these players. I didn't put Gary Harrison a lot. I do like him tonight. I like him in the third spot. I think everybody is eligible in that third spot tonight. That second spot, I would stick with guys. Let's see if we can get up there. Will Barton, Millsap, Gary Harris, might throw Pirtle in there, Derek White, Murray, DeRozan, the guys up top. I wouldn't go that far past Will Barton here. Let's make a build with Will Barton in the second spot because that is intriguing. I mean, Will Barton's a professional scorer. He's just a not as good Lou Williams, but he can definitely put up points. Let's make one with Aldridge up top. He can have games too. So Aldridge, Barton, let's go Derek White. You got 12,250 remaining. This is going to be very different. I don't know how much I like it because I don't like playing Murray in the. I don't think Murray and Barton will both do well together, so I'm going to leave a lot of salary here, which is okay. And I really like this one. This is just basically Jokic and DeRozan both don't hit their value, and then these other guys go off. Aldridge up top, Barton, Derek White, Pirtle, and Millsap. Those could easily be top 5 scorers of the night. You leave $4,000 remaining salary. I love builds like that in this huge tournament. Just going through everything else here, making sure there's nothing I forgot, no players I forgot. Rudy Gay could surprise you tonight. I didn't put Torrey Craig in any. Torrey Craig can surprise you too. He might be eligible for that third spot. I think the winning lineup, it didn't even have him. There was no perfect lineup, but I think the perfect lineup, Torrey Craig needed to be in your third spot last time. So something to keep an eye on. And anyways, I think that's it. I put that chart up there. That'll stay up there. The day passes. If you know somebody who wants to play this, there's still 12,000 spots left. Have them hop on there and get a day pass. Watch this video, and especially if they don't know how to play, because if you're in this big of a tournament, if you're just plugging in lineups using that full salary, you're gonna have 100 lineups the same as you, and it's just not even worth it. I know the prize pool is huge, but you want to go for that 100K. You can get your money elsewhere in smaller tournaments if you're scared to leave salary, but in something like this, you need to just be as unique as possible. Anyways, that chart's on there. $350 for a day pass. Going to try and fit a baseball podcast in tomorrow, depending on what kind of single games NBA throws out. If there's good ones, I'll obviously be doing this again. Other than that, that's it for this one. Tell people about TJ's Take. Tell your friends. 350 day passes. World of knowledge on here for $3.50. And that's about it. I'll see you guys later.